Would you like to work closer to home, save money on gas, and be rewarded for your hard work and attendance? Then Bellisio Foods is looking for you. That's right, Bellisio Foods is now hiring for multiple positions and shifts with great employee benefits, an on-site health clinic, competitive wages, and advancement opportunities. Bellisio Foods is a company that truly values their employees. Apply online at belisiofoods.com/careers.
Everyone, and it is a Friday.
It is Friday, Jen.
Friday for most people. Yeah.
Okay.
Unless you're in the newspaper or restaurant business, right?
That's right. Yep.
Because the weekend's just getting started, man.
That's true.
But no, our good friend Jeremiah stopped by this morning, and you are going to go over some news, as there, of course, news never ends around here. Yep. And second half of the program today, we have some special guests that have a very special event coming up tomorrow. So we're going to be talking with them from the Boba Hut and all the other businesses that are under that roof over there, which are a lot.
Yes, lots over there.
And they just keep adding stuff. It's really kind of cool.
Yeah. Kind of started, I think, with that car wash over there, and then after that, it just kept going.
Yeah. It's just like there's another business and then another business and another business. So there we are. So we'll be finding out about all of that stuff coming up here a little bit after 9:30. But first, our good friend Jeremiah is here, and we're going to do some
news, yeah. So just going to start with some breaking news that I covered throughout this week.
Hold on. Ba-deep, ba-deep, ba-deep.
Right. We're going to talk about a fire that happened just outside of Wellston.
Oh, no.
So the 4 fire departments from 2 counties were at the scene of a fire. This was on Sunday evening, June 9th. And it was at a home on Mauga Road near Wellston. And here's a photo of it and the fire department out there. This was the following morning. This was on Monday morning. They were working on some hot spots that had sparked up in that building. The fire was reported at 9:13 p.m. with the Wellston Fire Department being dispatched, and that is 2127 Mauga Road there in Milton Township. And they received mutual aid from the Colton Volunteer Fire Department, Jackson Fire Department, and the Hamden Volunteer Fire Department. Jackson County EMS was also on standby, as well as the Jackson County Sheriff's Office. I think they provided some traffic control for the road out there. Wellston Assistant Fire Chief Aaron Dupree told the Telegram that no one was home when the fire had started. It was a Devin Kaiser and his family. They were the ones living in the home. Mm-hmm. The home was actually owned by a David Kaiser, and Mr. Dupree explained to us that the home was a 1.5-story single-family dwelling with a basement. He noted that the upstairs nearly collapsed while firefighters were there.
Oh no!
Nobody was in the structure though when that happened. He said the upstairs did eventually collapse following the fire, and that limited the firefighters from being able to access the structure to kind of take care of, getting the fire completely snuffed out. This resulted in a rekindle of the fire in the early morning hours of Monday, June 10th, around 3:13 a.m. Then firefighters, as you saw in that photo that Hayden had up there, they had to return to put out some hot spots that were smoking several hours later. I took that photo at 10:14 a.m. on Monday morning.
Wow.
And no firefighters were injured during the firefight. The structure was a total loss, and the cause of the fire remains under investigation at this time.
It's just very sad. Fire is just one of those things that's just so...
It is.
Tragic. And
it is, especially when you got a family living there. I think it was a family of 4 I read on Facebook, and they just lost everything, just had the clothes on their back now. So I think maybe Red Cross was going to try to help them a little bit, but if anybody in the community out there wants to
support your local Red Cross and some of the other organizations that tirelessly step in when things like this happen.
Yeah. So I know they would take any clothing donations or anything like that to help that family.
Sure.
So.
Very sad.
Another crash. I covered a crash. Luckily, only minor injuries reported with this one, Jen, but it could have been a lot worse. This was on State Route 32 Tuesday afternoon, June 11th, and kind of an interesting one. So this is a SUV. It's a 2020 Toyota RAV4.
It was.
It was. And it was actually on the opposite side of the highway. If you look very closely, you can see a tractor back there. So this, so here's the tractor. So that SUV collided with that tractor in the eastbound lanes of State Route 32.
How did that happen? Just didn't see it, or?
So it says in here, the Ohio State Highway Patrol would like to remind all motorists to wear their seatbelts and not drive distracted. And the crash remains under investigation. So this crash happened at approximately 12:59 p.m. on Tuesday. It occurred on State Route 32 east of Glade Road near Milepost 1 here in Jackson County. And it was a Conard Allard, 23 of Cincinnati. He was the one driving the Toyota when he collided with the rear of a red 1975 International farm tractor driven by Harold Hoover, 53 of Jackson. Both were heading eastbound on State Route 32.
Scary.
And after striking Hoover's tractor, the SUV along with, and put that tire back up there, Hayden, along with this large rear driver's side tire came off the tractor.
Moly,
okay,
yeah.
so it went across the across the eastbound lanes, the median, the westbound lanes, and ended clear over on the other side, in the grassy area along the westbound lanes.
God.
Luckily, nobody was coming
Yeah, that
in the
could've been
westbound
a whole
lanes.
other accident.
Yeah. And the SUV also landed in the westbound lanes, went across the median, and ended up in the westbound lanes. So you had this tractor and the SUV land in the opposite lanes after the crash.
Wow.
Luckily, only minor injuries were reported. And obviously, the tractor had sustained disabling damage. Both the vehicles had to be towed from the scene.
Well, I'm guessing there's probably not a lot of farm tractors riding down the highway in Cincinnati.
Probably not. And
that this guy's used to looking out for. But in that end of our county,
you
there's
see that
tons
quite
of
a bit.
Amish, There's tons of tractors. There's tons of a lot of that stuff.
Along that section
We're
of the
used
highway
to
there.
seeing it, but I'm
We
sure
are.
most people aren't. Yeah.
That is right. But both those drivers sustained just minor injuries, were treated and released
Okay.
by the Jackson County EMS there at the scene.
Well, that tractor thing's. I mean, that could have been really bad.
Could have been really bad.
Yeah.
But only minor injuries, and luckily nobody was, I guess, coming in the westbound lanes at the time. All that.
You know what
coming
sucks?
across.
That tractor's been around since 1970, whatever. It gets
75.
whacked by a car on the highway. Are you kidding me?
It's crazy. And on the eastbound lanes, Jen, when I walked over and took a picture of the tractor, you could see where the collision had happened, and that tractor had come down after losing that wheel, and you could see that was back when they built them good, that metal dug into the highway, and you could see a mark in the highway where that
Wow.
tractor dragged before coming off on the berm there.
I bet you it wouldn't be like that with new stuff.
I am not sure.
I don't know.
So
Interesting. Yeah, I doubt they build international tractors the way they
used to, right?
back in the 70s. So
So-
probably that might have been a factor in the lack there of injuries. Yeah. Wow.
So wanted to just share those two. Kind of had a fire and a crash this week. Just wanted to share.
Well, the good news out of both of those is that no one was injured, really.
Right, right.
yeah.
So I was on vacation last week,
Mm-hmm.
and I'd like to thank our Red Thompson Jr. for filling in at my council meetings this week.
What did you do?
So we went to the Great Smoky Mountains
Okay.
for the week, and had a nice little house next to the Little Pigeon River. And you go out on the back deck and sit in a glider for hours and just listen to the stream flow by, Jen. It was fantastic.
Sounds wonderful.
It was great. It was a nice getaway.
What did you do? I stared at a leaf for 8 hours.
Yeah. No, we hit all of our usual stops. Went up the mountain to Newfound Gap one day, and on the way back down, stopped and had a picnic next to the river with the family.
Oh,
and our in-laws and my wife's great aunt went. All of us shared the house. Went to all of our normal little stops that we do there in Pigeon Forge. Went through Gatlinburg, but didn't really stop anywhere in Gatlinburg this time. I will say this is my 5th trip since 2018 to Tennessee, and I've yet to see a bear.
Oh, speaking of Hayden, I'm gonna send you something because there was a bear at my house yesterday.
Did you get a good picture?
Well,
I've seen a lot of great pictures on Facebook.
The neighbor did.
Yeah, Pete's working on writing something about that.
Yeah.
For this edition, I don't think it was quite ready, so I didn't bring it in with me. He did have a brief little thing on the radio last night talking about the sightings of the bear. He had talked with the Ted Witham.
Yes.
With ODNR, the wildlife fella, and he said that he thinks it's a young juvenile male just moving through the area, a lot like that one from that last year?
Same
a year before last year, we had the sightings of the young black bear.
You might want to cut off just show the picture. I don't want to.
Making its way through, but a lot of people have there's been some great photos. I know Pete got a good one from Marcy Shepard, former Oak Hill superintendent.
Yes.
Coming through her yard.
Because my neighbor on Standpipe.
I think she was on Standpipe too.
Okay.
Yeah, I do believe. Yeah, that's her pictures.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, that house, we actually owned that house.
Okay.
That white house, that's not where we live, but we actually owned
in the background.
That house in the background. And actually it's funny, one of our restaurant staff sent us that. Jamie and I hadn't seen it. And I'm like, that's our house. Oh, great.
It's great picture.
I mean, he's
Marcy Shepard.
She's just chilling.
It's a he. They believe it's a he, just a male juvenile making its way through. He said probably looking for a female, but there's no there's no resident female black bears in the county, according to Witham. So
that's why
he'll probably just move. He'll move on, just like the one did last year.
And here's the deal
around this time,
folks. And so Jamie and I had a big discussion about that last night because I saw this and then I'm like, I nonchalantly all the time. I mean, we have acreage where we live. We have 17 acres and I go out, I let the dogs out. We water flowers. We just sit out. So I don't pay attention to what's going around. And it made me think last night, like, oh, I should probably look before I open the door.
Yeah, maybe.
But
Never know.
honestly, I'm looking at that guy and he looks fairly peaceful and I'm guessing he doesn't want anything to do with us as much as we don't want anything to do with him and that he's going to move on just like the other bear. Was that last year?
I think it was last year. It might have been the year before last.
That everyone spotted.
I can't remember.
He's probably long gone by now or well on his way, to head across the Ohio River to find him a little honey over in West Virginia. So that's the way I look at it.
But I think we're going to have a story about that in our edition.
It is weird, though, because I'm like, that's my house.
Yeah,
that's
right.
So strange.
Just outside, Jen.
Yeah.
So,
crazy.
yeah, but there was, I heard on scanner traffic yesterday, there was a spotting on Robin Hill.
That would make sense.
Spotting on Standpipe. I know earlier in the week there was like a spotting, I think out Beaver Pike, like Umbleby Road or something, like out that way. It's probably the same one, just moving through.
He's heading to West Virginia. I promise you, that's where. Right. And the thing is, I think a lot of people don't know. We should get Ted in here to talk about that. We haven't had him in.
It's been a while since you've.
I love having him here.
A few years since you've had him, so maybe get him to come in and chat. He's always got some interesting stories.
He does, and he always tells us fun facts. Like, for example, if you find a baby deer laying in, and this is one that always stuck with me, like in a field, do not pick it up, or alongside the road, don't pick it up. Its mama put it there. And its mama put it there, and she's close by, and she tells them to lay down, and they lay down until she comes and gets them. Mm-hmm. That's how she protects them. So if you find one, it's not abandoned. It's doing what its mommy told it to do. So people tend to want to pick them up and save them or whatever, but they're fine.
They're okay.
And it's
leave nature alone, right?
Yeah,
leave nature alone.
Pretty much.
That's what I heard on the scanner traffic yesterday after that call came in from Robin Hill. They're like, just tell them to leave the bear alone. It's going on its way.
Let it
do
its bear thing.
Right.
But what people don't understand is So that bear lived with mom till mom has another bear, a little baby. And then said bear, mommy kicks out.
Right.
And that guy is like lost now. And he's just trying to find his
Find his
home and
new
where,
home.
yeah,
Right.
where he's going to live and all that. So you have to think how scared he is too. Like he's not out hunting for humans.
Right.
Like he's just trying to do his thing, man. So
Right.
just let him be.
Yep.
So yeah, that's my nature soapbox for the day.
Very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
I was like, dude, if that, that's what Jamie and I were talking about. I'm like, if that guy walks across my backyard last night, I would just go outside on the deck and take pictures and not be alarmed in any way, shape, or
Right.
form. Just don't leave your trash out, right?
Yeah, no, don't leave it any reason to get into your.
to stay.
Yeah.
For sure.
Very
Okay.
good.
Now we've moved on. But yes, that did happen.
Yep. So just to circle back, so I was on vacation last week.
Yes.
Red filled
You
in.
didn't see a bear.
Yeah, didn't
now
see
we
a
have
bear.
One here for you.
There's one here. I still haven't seen it though either. So, anyhow, just shout out to Red. Thank you for covering my meetings last week.
Very
You covered
much.
Colton and Wellston for me. Big story came out of Wellston Council last week.
Oh, okay.
They have hired the recreation director.
Yes.
The new recreation director is going to be John Darrow.
Very appropriate one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, John, they have tapped for that new city recreation director position. As I've been on here and talked before in the past, Make Wellston Beautiful at the end of the year is kind of handing off the reins back to the city
Yes.
for handling all the different recreational activities. They do all the kids' t-ball, softball, baseball, all those fields down there along State Route 327. That is all handled by Make Wellston Beautiful. It has been for a long
They
time.
do an amazing job.
And they have done an amazing job. So they were wanting that they're all the folks that were over that they're getting older and they can't do it anymore.
Sure.
And they said it's time for us to take a step back from this. They let the city know. The city's like, well, we don't want this to fall apart.
Right.
So
Because they've made so much progress.
They did the field. If you've never been down there to those fields on State Route 327, they are beautiful, and they have come a long way from
Yes.
what they originally were out there.
And they're still working towards.
And they're still working.
like the
they're
campground
the
and all
campground,
that
the RV
stuff.
park, all
Yeah.
that stuff will fall under this recreational director. And they wanted to get somebody in early. So that they can kind of train with Make Wellston
Sure.
Beautiful folks, Tammy Phillips and the rest of them that help her. And anyway, I think they, like you said, they've tapped a good one for that. Darrow has a long history as a coach, event organizer, athletic official, and business operator. Darrow Insurance there in Wellston. And Wellston Mayor Anthony Brenner stated that there were several good applicants for the newly created position. But Darrow eventually stood out among the rest and was offered the position. The mayor told council members that Darrow had ideas for the new ball field area and said events that would bring folks to town and help the economy and that kind of stuff. They do a lot of those tournament balls, different baseball, softball stuff down there
Yes.
at those facilities.
Yeah.
And I guess Red talked to Mr. Darrow after the meeting, and he had told him that he greatly respects the rec department. I have always had a lot of love for our city and the kids in the sports programs, is what Darrow said. I have served, and he was explaining, he had served in about every capacity he could have, including being a member of the recreational department in 1984 to 2010. And then he said, Make Wellston Beautiful group has done an exceptional job, and I think he's just looking forward to getting into that position.
Yeah.
And he said, he also said this. He explained that he is winding down his long insurance career and will be devoting full time to running the best rec department he can. And Mayor Brenner welcomed him aboard and looks forward to everything that he's going to be able to do for that department over there at the city. So just wanted to share that. That was a big news that was last week on Thursday meeting. So coming up this weekend, Jen, is Father's Day weekend.
Yes.
Something that always goes hand in hand with that weekend is each year Ohioans get the chance to go fishing for free.
Wait, what?
Yeah, 2 days only. every year during Father's Day
know
weekend.
that.
Yeah. The free fishing weekend for Ohio residents is scheduled this weekend, according to the Ohio Department of Natural Resources Division of Wildlife. It'll be June 15th and 16th, and you can go fishing in any public waterway, Lake Erie, Ohio River, local lakes, and you don't have to have your fishing license.
This is so funny. We were just discussing this at the restaurant yesterday because I was like, we were in the kitchen talking about fishing and stuff, and I was like, "Do you still have to have a fishing license?" Like, I don't
You
even
do,
know.
yeah. No, you gotta have a fishing license. Anglers 16 years and older are required to have a valid fishing license to take fish, frogs, turtles from Ohio waters when not fishing during Ohio's free fishing weekend.
Okay.
And a fishing license is available from there's numerous places you can buy them.
I think you can get it at Walmart, can't you?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I've got it there in the past, but during those 2 days, you can go fish at any of those public waters. So in Jackson County, Ohioans can check out Hammertown Lake or Jackson Lake down there outside of Oak Hill, and in neighboring Benton County, you got Lake Elma, Lake Rupert, and Lake Hope that you can go and fish at locally.
Okay.
Or if you want to make a trip to Lake Erie and fish out of Lake Erie, you can.
That's awesome. Go
but
get you some
remember-
walleye for free.
Yeah,
Sweet.
2 days only. Yeah, and you got to remember all size and bag limits do apply during those days,
Yes.
and you can find those.
Still have to follow the rules.
Still got to follow the rules, and you can find those on the it's the wildohio.org. You can get on there and read all about. If you're not familiar with the limits and the fishing and all that, it'll get into it for you. But just wanted to mention that this coming week. We have the Juneteenth holiday, which is still, I guess I always say it's new because it's like they officially, it was like a year or two ago, they officially like recognized it
As like a national holiday.
as a national
and things
federal
like that. Yeah.
holiday. I think it's been around for like a long, long
It
time,
has, but
but now it's observed.
it is.
And that'll be Wednesday, June 19th. And that holiday celebrates the end of slavery in the United States. And just wanted to
It
go.
was abolished. Yes.
What is it?
When slavery was
Yes.
abolished.
Yeah. And just wanted to go over real quick here in Jackson and Benton counties about whether there's closures. There's still a handful of folks that are, it's kind of a mixed bag. There's folks that are observing it and being closed. There's folks that are open. Some trash is affected, some's not. Some government offices are closed, etc. We'll go over each of those real quick here.
Sure.
And then it'll probably be not too long before I give up my seat. So in the village of Colton, the Colton Village offices will be closed on Wednesday. They'll reopen the following day. And in Colton, they have Rumpke as their trash service.
Okay.
Rumpke, according to their website, will be running on schedule.
Okay.
So just put your trash out if you live in Colton when you normally would, and it'll be picked up. In the city of Jackson, they'll be closed. And Wednesday's trash will be picked up on Thursday, along with Thursday's regular route.
Okay.
And you have to have your garbage out to the curbside no later than 6 a.m. on collection day because they're going to be running double routes that day.
Okay.
And the village of Oak Hill, they will be open.
Okay.
So their village offices are open. Their trash will run whatever it is that
Everything
week.
normal.
City of Wellston, this one's a little different. They're going to be closed. Their trash is going to run per normal.
Okay.
So even though their offices are closed, their trash folks are going to be out working.
Gotcha.
Typically, it's like the following day, but they're not going to do that. In Jackson County, the governmental offices, so your courthouses, your BMVs, the title office, all that kind of stuff, all that's going to be closed on Wednesday, and they'll reopen on Thursday. Typically, the Jackson County Board of Commissioners meet on Wednesday morning.
Okay.
They are not going to meet at all this coming week.
Okay.
So no meeting or appointments on Wednesday morning. And I already mentioned the BMV and title office will be closed. They'll reopen per normal on Thursday. Heading to Benton County.
Uh-huh.
Hamden, the village offices will be open. They also do Rumpke, so their trash will not be affected.
Okay.
So whatever your regular trash day is in the village of Hamden, put it out. They'll get it. It'll be good. In MacArthur, they will be closed on Wednesday. And then the Vinton County government offices there, so your courthouse, B&V, and stuff, will all be closed on Wednesday. They'll reopen on Thursday for regular hours. So we ran this list. I believe we're running it tomorrow for anybody that wants to pick up an edition of the Telegram, or you can get on thetelegramnews.com. If you miss this, you can get on and read it.
And here's the thing, like, if you have to drive to the bank or you have to do things like that on Wednesday, just call before you make the trip and just make sure, because again, there's some people that observe this, some people that don't. So just don't waste a trip. Just kind of call and make sure somebody's open.
Right. And just skipping ahead here, because there's a couple events I want to go over in my last few minutes here. We'll give the rest of this to Pete. He can cover it next week. So I saw and shared this, the Southeast Ohio Food Bank, which is a program of Hocking, Athens, Perry Community Action. They are going to be doing like a food giveaway for Jackson County residents at the Jackson County Fairgrounds this morning.
Oh.
So Friday, June 14th, starts at 10 a.m. to noon. Okay. And they will be doing fresh produce and other food items will be distributed to families who are residents of Jackson County and under the 200% of the federal poverty guidelines. To access food assistance, a photo ID, and proof of residency no more than 60 days old as required, and they will complete registration on site. So you didn't have to do that in advance. That's why I wanted to mention it this morning. For anybody that's watching, they'll be doing that, but you have to follow in those guidelines.
Okay.
And we didn't get that in the paper Wednesday, but I did put it online. I saw it after we had already had the paper out.
If you have any question, just show up and they can help you.
Yeah, there is a number you can call if you want. It's 740-385-6813.
Okay.
So I wanted to mention this. The Jackson First Church of the Nazarene, which is located behind us here on Powell Drive, will be hosting its monthly free breakfast for veterans on Saturday, June 15th at 9 a.m. The breakfast is held in the church's gym, and it's open to all military, veterans, active military personnel, and their families. And traditionally, that is held the third Saturday of each month.
Mm-hmm. Very good thing.
And I think we'll go ahead and turn my chair over, Jen.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
And I think we got an ad to run, right?
We do have a message, and
so we don't forget.
Yes, so we don't forget, and then we'll be back with this godforsaken weather forecast.
It's supposed to be a hot one, Jen.
Oh man, is it ever?
Be a good time for the pool.
Yeah, I have to ask my corgi if I can share with her, because she has a pool and I don't.
Okay.
So
I might have to. Got the little guy last year after summer. I got him a little big old, well, I say little, but it's like this big old slip slide with like a pool and stuff squirting everywhere, with the water. And
I'm thinking about going and
might have to dig
for myself.
Might have to dig that out for him this weekend if it's going to be as hot as they say.
I mean, you can say you're going to dig it out for him.
Yeah.
But Dad's going to play with it.
Maybe. We'll see.
Yeah. No, I have
Got to show him how to do it.
I like that. No, I have a little baby pool for Olive, and it's like literally this big. It's just corgi size.
Big enough for the corgi.
For a big fat corgi head and butt.
Very good.
Fluffy butt. But yeah, she lets me put my feet in it sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah. There's room for both. Not my big fat butt, but yeah, my feet anyway.
Just the feet.
Just the feet.
Okay.
All right. Well, Jeremiah, thank you so much for hanging with us this morning, filling us in on some of the things that are going on here in our area. And we will be back hopefully on the other side. I think our guests are here still with some guests who are going to be talking about this weekend and something cool they have going on tomorrow. So we'll be back in just a moment.
At Vinton County National Bank, we believe in supporting the areas where we live and work. Now, we'd like to honor those who also serve our communities. Our new Community Champions account is especially for first responders, veterans, active military, and anyone employed in the fields of healthcare or education. This account offers rewards, discounts, and other benefits to those who give so much to others. Vinton County National Bank, rewarding those who serve.
All right, and we are back, and let's go over this weekend weather forecast, as many people are wondering about Father's Day. Don't forget, Father's Day is Sunday. Do not forget that, although fathers are a little more tolerant than mothers when it comes to forgetting things like that. Don't ever forget Mother's Day. But today, they are calling for a chance of some thunderstorms throughout the day today. With highs around 83 degrees. So we'll just see. It's going to rain somewhere in our viewing area, but I don't know exactly where. Tomorrow on Saturday should be a lovely day with highs of 82 degrees and full sunshine there in the forecast. And then that's when it starts to hit the fan. Starting on Sunday for your Father's Day, partly cloudy skies, highs of 91. And then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, like all next week, it is going to be so very, very incredibly hot with highs in the upper 90s, heat indexes well up above 100 degrees. So we want you to make sure you check your furnace filters and all that. Keep your air going if you can, and check on all your friends and neighbors and pets. Make sure they have plenty of fresh water and all that stuff that we do when things are hot, because it is miserable. So, but is the air working at the Boba Hut?
Yes.
Yes.
Good. Now that's what we love to hear. So we have some special guests here in the studio today, and you are going to be talking about something very, very special going on. But first off, would you introduce yourselves, please?
My name is Cricket. I'm the manager at the Boba Hut.
Okay.
My name's Addison. I'm just a Boba Hut employee and a waitress.
I'm just a Boba Hut employee. No, she's just, aren't you the employee of the month?
Yes, I am.
How did you earn that honor? Did they give you a crown? We're all about crowns here. You should
No,
get a
we didn't get a
and sash
crown.
for that.
But we
Did
get
you work on that?
Yeah.
Okay.
we get a certificate.
Okay.
She got her picture on the wall.
Picture on the wall.
A
Love
gift
that.
card. She gets a gift card.
Okay. Well, we'll do with that. I still think she should get a crown, though.
Yeah, we could do that.
We'll see what we can do.
Just get a Burger King crown.
Okay. Yeah, right. Yeah, for sure. But so tell us. So I don't know, a couple years ago, Western Auto, which had been there for 100,000 years, finally closed its doors, and there's this lovely building sitting there on that end of town, and everyone's like, oh, what's going to happen with this building? And the next thing we know, there's all this stuff going on. So tell us a little bit about what's going on over there, because there's a whole lot of stuff.
There absolutely is. We have a DCS, which is a cell phone repair shop in there as soon as you walk through the door. Right off from it, we have a nail salon, an HD ink tattooing.
Yes.
Then we have the Boba Hut, which has been there for a couple of years now, and we
Yes.
added the Boba Hut grill menu along with the Pho Vietnamese restaurant.
Uh-huh.
We also have PSG signs in that building,
Wait, okay.
and that makes signs, T-shirts, you name it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and we also have the hand car wash down on the end.
Which I've heard is very good. I've heard my car could definitely use something like that.
Yes.
Actually, they may send me away. They'd be like, no, we don't even know where to start with this thing. Has that ever happened before?
Not very rarely, very rarely.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. So, okay, let's kind of like break it down. You guys are kind of doing basically like a 1-year anniversary of all of these places being open under one roof, which is super cool. And I've been in the building, and it's funny knowing it as Western Auto, and then you walk in and you're like, whoa, this is wild. So you walk in, the first thing you hit is the cell phone repair store. So let's start with that. Can you tell us a bit about each business?
Yes, DCS is, we have our Galplus office and our office up here in Jackson. They do everything from computer repairs to, business IT solutions, cell phone repair. There's always somebody there to help Monday through Friday from 9 to 5.
Yeah, and that is obviously we all need help with that
Yes.
stuff. And okay, so you walk in the front door and you run kind of into that business, and then you turn left and you run into Venus Nails. So tell us about that.
Venus Nails, they're also in there. They do manicures, pedicures, whatnot, and they also have HD Ink in there, which does tattoos. So they stay pretty busy in there.
So yes, there is a nail salon within the building and a tattoo shop within the nail salon within the building. Am I getting it right?
Yes, you got it.
Yeah, but it's very interesting. And so if it sounds kind of wild, but like a tattoo thing within a nail salon, but it's just another section of that space in the building. But I have seen some of the tattoos this guy is doing, and what is his name?
Noah.
I mean, crazy stuff.
Yes, he's very good.
Very talented.
Yes.
So we do have that here locally, and then Venus Nails, they do a wonderful job. And you can walk in, or they allow you to make appointments, which is very handy.
Yes.
So,
And
let
they're
me see.
mine's
do your
mine's due to be done.
I know. I'm like, I got nothing.
She usually does mine though.
Okay. Yeah, this is not good. But yeah, no. So then you run into the Venus Nails, and then there's this whole section of like kind of memorabilia and stuff. Can you guys talk about that for a minute? Because this is just something where it's like dinner and a show.
Yes.
Statue area is what we
yes.
call it.
The statue area. Okay.
That's our boss's just personal hobby. His little collection that he likes to do, which it's very fascinating. It's a one of a kind items. It's not like something you can go out in the store and buy.
So there's everything from like Star Wars stuff to what are some of the other things that are there?
They have like the Marvel characters.
Yes. Yeah. It's like this huge display of all of this cool memorabilia stuff. And you can just walk in and look at it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
It's really neat. And that's before you even get to the Boba Hut part. So you all do something there. And I am embarrassed to say that I do not understand this boba situation. I've never had it. I should have had you guys bring me one. But you also, within that same place, have something that's one of my favorite things, which is pho. And we have that now here in Jackson, which is super cool because before you had to go to Columbus or whatever to get that. We'll talk about that in a minute. So let's start with this boba tea madness because I don't know what it is. I hear about it all the time, but I don't know what it is. Can you explain?
We have like 60 some different flavors of a drink. You just pick your base of your drink, what flavor you want. You pick if you want a regular tea, cream tea, smoothie, or slushy. And then you pick the flavor of the boba you want in it. And there is a lot to choose from. It's kind of overwhelming. There are so many options.
We have a lot of first-time customers. We usually do recommendations sometimes.
Yeah, we have a recommendation list up on the front of the counter for people that's not sure, that hasn't tried it.
Like me.
Yeah.
So they call it like boba tea, but it doesn't necessarily have to be like tea, right?
Yes. Right. Yeah, not all of it is made with tea. I mean, it just depends on if it's a tea base, water base, milk base. It just depends on what flavor you pick.
This seems like overwhelming and mind-blowing to me. So the point of it, like, where did this whole craze come from? Is it an American thing?
No, it's not an American
Asian
thing.
What?
It's a Taiwanese thing.
Taiwanese
yes.
thing. Okay. And you see this boba tea thing places, but I've never tried it. And so say Jen comes in and I look as clueless as I do right now. So what's my first step?
To pick what kind of flavor do you like? Do you want something fruity? Do you like vanilla? We have cookies and cream, cotton candy. I mean, it just depends on your flavor profile, basically.
Okay, so I pick the base. So say I want, like, what are my choices? Like, what are my choices of tea?
We make it with a black vintage tea, but
Okay.
but we also do offer green tea for people who aren't crazy about the black tea.
Okay. And green tea is very good for you. Well, all tea is good for you, but green tea is very good for you. Okay, so Jen comes in and I say, okay, I'm going to start with this. So it's basically kind of like an iced tea, right? Or is
Yes,
it-
or you can get it in the smoothie base or slushy
oh
form.
God. Now you're really stressing me out.
Yeah, it's a lot of options.
Okay, so I come in and I'm like, okay, I want black tea. Then what?
Then what flavor do you want? You want strawberry, kiwi, green apple, blueberry, banana. There's a ton.
Our top seller is probably dragon fruit.
Dragon fruit, cotton candy, and vanilla bean are probably our top ones.
Okay, so I want dragon fruit.
And you can pick as if you wanted a cream or if you'd like to leave it as a regular flavored tea.
Okay. Tea and cream creeps me out. So no, I don't want any cream in my tea.
So we would just add the dragon fruit flavored syrup into the black tea, and then we would shake it and pour over ice.
Okay. But aren't there these
The little boba.
The ball thingies?
Yes, we have dragon fruit flavored boba, and
So
they just
boba is like these little ball things, right? What's in it? Like, is it just flavor?
yeah, it's just like a fruit juice. It's it's
Little,
they look like little Orbeez. Kids call them little Orbeez. That's what they look like, little round
okay.
Orbeez.
So little balls of fruit that you put in your tea, and then you drink it, right?
Yes.
I need to come get this. I'm going to come see you guys, and you're going to have to hook me up.
We definitely will.
Okay, very cool. You can school me on all this.
Okay.
I'm going to sneeze. Okay, I think it went away. All right, but the cool thing about this is, and we haven't even gotten to this part yet, is you all are having a big celebration tomorrow. Now, will you both be there?
Yes.
Okay, so you get to see their beautiful faces there tomorrow. And tell us a little bit about what's going on.
We have activities starting at 10 o'clock in the morning. From 11 to 2, the radio station will be there.
Yes, you get to meet all of our new interns. It'll be fun.
We have all kinds of giveaways going on all day long. We'll have photo booths set up. People can come in if they just snap a picture in front of one of our photo booths, post it on Facebook. They'll be entered in for a chance for a gift card giveaway.
Okay.
We'll be giving away T-shirts. We have water balloons, suckers, balloons, all kinds of outdoor activities for kids, free lemonade, free boba samples for people who don't know what boba is.
Woo! That's awesome. Okay, and this is all tomorrow, just as part of your anniversary and customer appreciation.
Yes. We wouldn't be where we were if it wasn't for customers. So.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And I see something about a loyalty program. You want to talk about that for a moment?
Yes, we've had that into play for quite some time, and finally got it through to where somebody comes in, after we cash them out on the very last screen, you put your phone number in, and you get 1 point per dollar you spend. So 50 points adds up, and that ends up being $5 off your next purchase.
Oh,
So
okay. Well, that's handy.
because we have a lot of regular people who is in there
Sure.
every day.
So that adds up quickly.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. And then how do you just ask to sign up for that?
Yeah, well, usually the cashier will let the person know when they cash them out that if they're waiting on the last screen when we print the receipt on the register, it'll ask for their phone number. You just enter your phone number and go from there.
We all have one of those now, because we all walk around with our phones
Yes.
magnetically attached to us. So okay, and so this will all be tomorrow at the Boba Hut. And what do you call the building?
We call it the H&K Center.
The H&K Center, and then all of these businesses are within the building. So don't be confused about it, because you're going to be like, what are they talking about? But it's like they literally have taken one big building and put all of these cute little businesses within it. Okay, so let's talk about one of my favorite things in the world, and that is pho. And it looks like you should say it as pho, but it's pho. And pho is a Vietnamese dish, and it is delicious. Yes, absolutely delicious. So tell us kind of your pho menu. And if you haven't had it, I'm telling you, Number one, if you have a hangover, yeah, it's the best hangover remedy in the world. But what are the kinds that you have? And let's talk about that, because I do know about pho. That one doesn't confuse me, but I can also see where, same as the boba tea, people could get a little bit like intimidated by it. So
Right.
let's talk about that for a moment, if you would.
Okay, it's we have several different options. You can get the pho special, which has the meatballs, the beef and flank in it, or you can get just plain, pho beef and flank, pho meatballs, pho chicken,
Okay.
and it just it depends. And we have people that come in that get pho soup with no meat in it.
Yeah.
And we also offer plenty of vegan options.
Okay, very good. And explain what pho is.
It's a Vietnamese soup with a ton of herbs, rice noodles, your choice of protein.
Yes.
And then we serve cabbage, limes, jalapeno, Thai basil on the side to put into it.
sprouts?
No, we don't have bean
sprouts?
sprouts. We do the shredded cabbage instead
Oh,
in
okay,
place
the
of bean
cabbage
sprouts.
instead. Okay.
Yeah, so it still gives it that good crunch.
Yeah. It's basically like the best noodle soup you've ever had in your life.
It
That's
is.
the way I look at it. Yeah. And it's really fun and it's really messy and you can slurp it and no one cares.
Yeah.
We have a lot of people that'll pick up the bowl and like tip it up and drink the broth from it
Yeah.
once they finish the noodles.
So here's the funny part. Okay, this is my tip. Do not eat it on a first date. I think about that a lot. Like, this may be the one and only time I'm not going to recommend pho to you because it can get a little awkward.
Yes.
But no, I was in a pho restaurant in Columbus a couple years ago, a Buckeye Pho. It's up on Bethel Road, and I was watching a girl. Number one, it was the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. Like, she obviously had done this a couple of times. She had her chopsticks and she was just so like perfect with everything. But she's slurping her noodles. But every time she would pick up the noodles with her chopsticks, it would be like this perfect, 4 or 5 noodles, and like it would be, all just so. And I'm like, man, you're good at that. I need to learn. I suck at chopsticks. Are you guys good at chopsticks?
No, absolutely
I'm
not.
not bad, but I'm not very good at all.
Yeah, I am horrible. I have tried and tried. So the other day, my husband and I were in Columbus, and we were at a place. They literally brought him over the little kid ones.
We have a lot of people that ask if we have the little kid
The
ones so they
cheater
can
ones?
use them.
And they brought it to him, and I was like, this is so good. But you can take chopsticks actually and put like a rubber band around the top of it and like put something in between, and they like just make like little tongs almost. So it was great. They didn't bring me that. They brought him that. So it was kind of funny. But anyway, because he's really good at everything, and so it's like awesome. But no, so y'all have chopsticks, I assume, and then you have regular utensils and things too. And don't be afraid to ask for regular utensils. Like, it's totally fine.
Yes, we usually give them out anyway, and we always give soup spoons, which are very nice.
Yes. Or you can just pick that bowl up.
Yeah, and drink it.
Like Addison said, and go for it, man. But no, if you've never had pho, I would highly recommend it. It's delicious. It's one of those things that you look at it and you're like, I'm going to be hungry, and but you keep eating it and you're like,
Yes.
I am so full, but it's so good.
Yes.
Yeah. So what's your favorite kind?
Mine is probably just the pho broth and noodles with no meat.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so I'm just kind of like plain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm the same way.
Really?
Yes.
Awesome. I like to do the like the steak, like
The
the
flank.
real
The flank.
thin
The beef and flank.
steak. Yeah, it's good. I like that. All right, so that is something all within again the same building. So you can experience all of this tomorrow, and this is a great time if you've ever been like intimidated to walk in or not sure what's there. This is kind of like an open house situation where all the businesses will be open. You'll get to talk to people that work there. They'll have free samples and all of that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Have stuff all day.
And you can meet our interns, and you can see Matt there from the radio, and they'll be giving away a lot of fun things, stuff for the kids, all of that too.
Yes.
Yes. All right. So now let's talk about the car wash situation.
Okay.
Is that you just pull up and it happens? Do you need to make an appointment?
Now, if you want like a full detail done, you can call and make an appointment because we do those also. But if you just want like your car washed or washed outside and inside, whatever, you just pull up, wait in line. They'll cash you out and get you through there.
Okay. And so this is kind of toward the back of the building.
Yes.
So you just pull on up and go for it.
Yeah, we have cones marked off so people can follow, through and know where to go. But yeah, they just pull up and one of the guys will come out and take care of them and get them in and out.
Awesome. Except for me, and they would say, bring it back another day when you make an appointment. No,
I wouldn't let them do that to you.
Well, thank you. I
You're
appreciate that. You guys are so sweet. Okay, so what else would you like to tell our viewers while we're here? We have a few minutes left.
Just everybody stop out tomorrow. We'll be there, like I said, from 10 to 8 o'clock at night. We'll have all kinds of giveaways and stuff going on. You can sample stuff, talk to, helpful employees. They'll help you with any questions you have.
Absolutely. And what are your does each business have different hours, or what are the regular hours for everybody?
We do. The Boba Hut and the Pho is open. We open the door at 9 o'clock in the morning for the Boba Hut. Yeah, because we serve coffee and stuff like that. We have a lot of different coffees there also. So we open the doors at 9. DCS is Monday through Friday from 9 to 5.
Okay.
The car wash is Monday through Saturday, 9 to 5.
Okay.
Venus Nails is there 7 days a week, it seems like.
They're always. I feel like they're always open.
Yes.
Which is very convenient.
Yes. And then the Pho restaurant, we open up at 10 and we run till 8 o'clock at night. The doors lock at 8 o'clock at night and everybody shuts down. So
Is that 7 days a week?
no, it's Monday through Saturday.
Monday through Saturday, so closed Sundays.
Yes.
And okay, so that's very okay. What else? So coffee now. We didn't talk about coffee before. So let's talk about some of the other things that you offer besides the boba tea and the pho.
We offer fresh squeezed lemonade, which we sell a lot of. We sell a lot of lemonade.
That sounds amazing.
yes.
Which you can sample tomorrow.
Yes, we have free lemonade giveaways tomorrow. And we have people come in and add boba or the flavoring to their lemonade a lot.
That would make sense.
Yes. It's actually really good.
Like strawberry lemonade or
yep.
anything like that. Okay.
Yeah. Well, and we've had people come in and add boba to their Mountain Dew. It's just, yeah.
You know you're in Jackson
Yes.
when.
Yes. But, yeah, so that's basically it.
Do you have other foods besides the pho?
Yes. We have a whole big menu option. We have an American menu, and we also have our whole Vietnamese menu.
Okay, let's talk about that then, Miss Employee of the Month.
So we have a bunch of appetizers. We have crispy dumplings, we have steamed dumplings, we have cream cheese wontons, we have crispy wontons, we have fresh shrimp rolls, we have spring rolls, we even have vegan options as well.
Nice.
We have a lot of options.
And what's on your American side menu?
It's a high-rise burger. We have grilled cheese, fries, tater tots, pretzels,
Chicken strips. Chicken wings.
Yep, doesn't get much more Americanized than that. That's awesome. I don't know how you guys cook all that stuff. That's great.
Yeah, we have a pretty expansive menu.
Okay, and the main thing is just come on in and check it out. Tomorrow would be a perfect opportunity for that. And can you order things like carry out? Like how does that work?
Yes, you can go on the Toast app and order, which sends it through DoorDash. So you can either do DoorDash and have them deliver it to you, or you can
have it delivered.
Yes, or do customer pickup, or you can call in and place an order. We'll put an order in for you. You can come pick it up, at your convenience. And
okay, so here's the thing. If you don't have the Toast, okay, so Toast is the point of sale system that all us restaurant people use, basically. And it's come to the point where pretty much everybody uses Toast because they have so many good features. And sometimes you would like to pinch their heads off, but most of the time, good things happen with Toast. But they have an actual app, and if you pull up the Toast app, and I can't really show you here, but like if you just pull it up on your phone, no matter where you are, it will kind of give you the options of restaurants and things that are in your area of where you are. And so Boba Hut and the pho place is one of those options. So you can literally just get on the Toast app and look at their menu and all that stuff. And then if you hit like delivery, DoorDash will bring it to you. That's so cool.
I forgot to even mention, we also have our bakery part in this whole Boba Hut. Yeah, we have macaroons. We have a cake maker. Yes. Yes, I forgot to even mention that.
Well, get to mention it then.
We have our own personal baker who does personalized cakes, wedding cakes, birthday cakes, cupcakes. He does cookies for us. We have macaroons we started selling. Yeah, he's pretty phenomenal.
So you can do something customized, or can you just come in and buy stuff as well?
Yes. We have a display case of cookies that we keep on stock, macaroons, but you can also place cupcake and cake orders, special orders.
You just failed to mention that part.
Yes.
This is what happens when you have this much stuff
Yes.
going on under one roof, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Well, very good. Okay, so let's kind of cover what's going on tomorrow once again to recap, and then we'll let you girls get back to work because I know you're very busy planning tomorrow's special event.
Yes. Well, like I said, we'll open up at 9:00 tomorrow. We'll start the restaurant opens at 10, 11 to 2, the radio station will be there. And all day tomorrow till 8:00 till we close the door, we'll have free lemonade giveaways, boba samples, all kinds of giveaways and prizes going on outside.
Stuff for the kids to do. Free samples, all of the things. You can take a tour of the building. I mean, if you just don't know what's going on inside, it'll be fun. Awesome. Well, thank you, our good friends Cricket and Addison, for coming in this morning. And so did you ever get to be Employee of the Month?
No. No.
It's no fun when you get to pick the Employee of the Month, but you never get to be that yourself.
Right.
Well, would someone buy her a crown too?
We'll get her a crown.
Okay. Can pass the crown from month to month. How's that?
There you go.
I expect you girls coming in wearing this crown. All right. Well, very, very good. So are you all, so you guys get to rest on Sunday a little bit then. That'll be fun.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, cool. But come out tomorrow, Boba Hut, all of the businesses within that building. Very, very cool. All right. Well, thank you girls for spending your Friday with us. We appreciate it. We hope everybody comes out to see you tomorrow.
Okay. Thank you. We appreciate you.
Yeah, of course. All right. Well, Hayden, is there anything else we needed to do before we get out of here for the day? Nothing else. He says no. All right. Well, we will be right back here on Monday. We thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you then. Do not, for the love of God, forget Father's Day on Sunday. So just a friendly reminder. We'll see you on Monday. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.
This just in.
The Telegram News has a new website.
thetelegramnews.com.
Same dedicated coverage.
Same trustworthy news with a brand new look.
Covering Jackson and Benton counties and surrounding areas.
Locally owned and operated, thetelegramnews.com has its finger on the pulse of the community.
Stay up to date on local events, high school sports, and breaking news.
thetelegramnews.com.
Subscribe today at thetelegramnews.com.
Check it out.